This is All India Radio. Whispers of the Wind. All India Radio in collaboration with Vigyan-Prasar presents science serial Whispers of the Wind based on understanding and managing climate change and global warming. Let's listen to episode number 30 titled Tackling Climate Change Impact.
Sir,
Yes?
your seat is just beside the emergency exit.
Oh,
Hope you understand this. We can try to alter your seat if you have problem with this seat.
thank you, dear lady. But I have no problem with this seat. In fact, I have lived through several emergency situations in my life.
Thank you, sir. I shall be announcing the instructions that are specific to such emergency exit after all our passengers are seated.
Oh, please, you carry on with your work. I'm perfectly comfortable.
This is so much better. More leg space in exchange of some emergency threat.
Well said, gentlemen. I always opt for such seat if it is offered to me.
Me too, sir. Me too. By the way, I am Abhijit.
Hi, Abhijit. I'm Neeraj.
Nice to meet you.
Same here, dear. Thank you. Flying to Doha only or beyond that?
Oh, no. I have to catch a connecting flight to New York. And you?
Oh, no, dear. Doha for now.
Okay. If you don't mind, I just overheard you were saying that you have lived through several emergency situations. I feel curious. Is it your job that lands you in such situations, or is it just that you suddenly found yourself in such emergencies?
Young people are always inquisitive and always impatient, huh?
Please fasten your seat belts, sirs.
Oh, okay.
We're about to take off.
Okay, thank you,
Yes,
lady.
Sorry.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Captain Sandeep. Welcome on board Flight 8B771 with service from New Delhi to Doha. We are currently third in line for takeoff and are expected to be in the air in approximately 6 minutes' time. We ask you to please fasten your seatbelts and secure all baggage underneath your seats or in the overhead compartments. Thank you.
Finally, we are airborne.
I can sense an element of excitement in your words, huh? It seems that you are expecting a lot from your forthcoming assignment, am I right?
You guessed it right, Neeraj ji. I'm basically a mathematician by training.
That's nice.
But the job market's, it's so difficult. And that is why I switched to software engineering. I had been in and out of several jobs, but none of those were rewarding. Neither in terms of compensation package, nor by means of keeping my brains alive. After all these years, I have found one job that looks like a game changer for me.
Carry on, Avijit. I'm feeling curious.
Yes, so my firm in New York, it does mathematical modeling for climate events. Climate change, global warming, and all that stuff. Yeah, so our company has worked with many American national agencies. Currently, it is an associate of NOAA.
Oh, Noah's Ark. Fascinating. So you will be doing software for prehistoric times, huh?
No. I'm sure that NOAA people are familiar with this piece. But anyway, jokes apart, NOAA is an abbreviation.
Oh.
Yes, it stands for National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
Okay.
It is an American scientific agency within the United States Department of Commerce.
Ocean, atmosphere, mathematics, and commerce. Seems pretty complicated. Buddy, I understand a bit of commerce only, and that too on the practical front, you see.
Well then, it's my turn to guess. You must be a businessman, huh?
On the dot, buddy. Well, I'm a supplier and my work takes me to several places in the world.
Into emergency situations as well?
Well, we supply building materials to very critical areas, you see.
Critical? Means?
Those countries that are impacted by armed conflicts.
Oh.
Areas that have been repeatedly bombarded and the buildings demolished. Like that, after the war stops, there is a need for reconstruction and we step in with our supplies. Working in those areas involve a lot of risk.
But after the war is over, what risk could be left? Why are you calling it risky?
No, my dear. No war is over if some people sign on a piece of paper. Wars continue. Conflicts take place, albeit with much lesser intensity. So you can easily be hit by a sniper bullet even on a relatively calm day.
Really?
Yes. Besides, you have unexploded mines and bombs left over by the warring factions.
Sounds grave. I get your point now. So, which is your next place of business?
Syria.
Syria? You surprise me, sir. How do you do business in such a place?
Oh,
It's all rubbles. No trace of any civilization.
well, man, war cannot continue indefinitely. It will stop soon. And then we shall be doing business through the Lebanon route.
Neeraj ji, very smart, I must say.
Thank you, my dear. You need to be smarter than other ordinary businessmen, you see.
Yes.
But let us drop this. What use it for a software engineer and a climate nerd to know about business in a battlefield, you see?
Oh, well, Neeraj ji, apparently useless, but we are linking climate change to war.
Really?
Yes?
Aha, lovely candies. I love these candies.
Me too.
Take one.
Yes, please.
Okay, but tell me, how is your climate business related to wars and conflicts?
Well, Neeraj ji, scientists have recently pointed out some links between global warming and conflicts taking place in different countries. And you will be excited to know that the violence in Syria has attracted the most intense research.
My boy, you surprise me, huh?
Neeraj ji, you are bound to be surprised if you are listening to it for the first time.
I can't stand smoke of cool air, but you don't listen.
I have all the liberty to turn this nozzle. Who are you to stop me?
I can stop. I'm not feeling comfortable,
No. Please, I'm feeling.
Please calm down.
No.
Please calm down, sirs. Settle down, please.
He's not listening to me,
Yeah, I'll do that for you. Please calm down.
Neeraj ji, see, a slight change in temperature can start a conflict, and here we are talking about global warming.
Well, how can I ignore such a direct evidence? But Avijit, tell me the war and warming stories. I feel curious.
Well, you must have heard the name UNDP.
UNDP. Well, I'm sorry, I have not heard that name.
It's okay, I will tell you about it. The full form of UNDP is United Nations Development Program.
Okay. So what does that UNDP fellow have to say?
It's not a fellow, sir. Besides, it's an organization.
Okay, I'm sorry for that.
Yes, it's okay. Well, it is a branch of United Nations. It has a lot to say about how climate change and conflicts in Arab region are getting linked.
Like
The Arab region was the birthplace of agricultural civilizations, and for thousands of years, it has been able to cope with risks from climatic hazards. But climate change is now happening at such a fast pace, unlike anything that has happened before, stretching the ability of societies and governments to cope with it.
Avijit, I must say one thing. You speak like university lecturer, huh?
Neeraj ji, every discipline has to express its concepts in its own terms. Anyway, the evidence shows that the region may well be in the midst of a 25-year climate change-induced mega drought. This would be equal in strength only to historic droughts 1000 years ago that led to major civilization shifts.
I see.
Yes, this might make parts of the region uninhabitable by mid-century.
Gosh, no. I mean, what will happen to our business? Buddy, you scare me, huh?
Hold on, sir. Relax. In Syria, the drought decimated the livelihoods of more than 20% of the rural population, internally displacing up to 1 million. More importantly, it exacerbated social vulnerabilities in advance of the uprisings. Climate impacts have likewise contributed to instability in Iraq, Sudan, and Yemen.
Abhijit, I think we must do something about this.
Well, who told you that the world is sitting idle? Huh? There are so many activities going on to tackle this climate change.
Okay.
But to know that, you have to confront a few more unknown terms. Have you heard about the IPCC?
Yes, of course. Yeah, this one got the Nobel Prize, if I'm
Yes.
not wrong. You know, my kid was reading loudly before his exam. I remember distinctly.
Well, that makes my work so much easier. So, sir, the IPCC, or the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, was created in 1988.
Okay.
It was set up by the World Meteorological Organization, WMO, and the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP.
I see.
Its mandate is to prepare assessments on all aspects of climate change and its impacts. This is done with a view of formulating realistic response strategies.
You know, Abhijit, if I could, I would have recommended your name to your boss for a promotion right away.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank
You are
you.
pretty knowledgeable, buddy. Carry on.
Well, thanks for the compliments, first of all. So I was saying, Neeraj ji, 6 valuable reports have been published by this organization since its inception.
Okay.
The 4th assessment report paid attention to the integration of climate change with sustainable development policies and relationships between mitigation and adaptation.
Okay.
And at the end of 2007, the IPCC was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize.
I see. Great job. That's all? No.
Well, that is only the beginning, Neeraj ji.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seat belt sign. We are now crossing a zone of turbulence. Please return to your seats and keep your seat belts fastened. Thank you.
Oh no.
What happened?
I was thinking of going to the washroom. Anyway, are these things, these dirty turbulence, the result of your warming?
You can say in a way. Turbulences are routine things. But yes, what you are suggesting, global warming could have increased the frequency and the intensity of such turbulences.
Abhijit, we possibly cannot control these things.
See, if we have contributed to increase of global warming, then we must do our bit to control the damage as well. And the best control is to put a cap on the production of greenhouse gas like carbon dioxide.
Oh, I see. Makes sense, huh?
Now I shall go back in history a bit.
Okay.
The first World Climate Conference was held in 1979. It identified climatic change as an urgent world problem and issued a declaration calling on governments to anticipate and guard against potential climate hazards.
Okay.
A World Climate Program was set up, steered by the World Meteorological Organization, WMO, the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP, and the International Council of Scientific Unions, ICSU.
Oh, I see.
So, Neeraj ji, several intergovernmental conferences on climate change followed this conference.
I got it.
The Toronto Conference in 1988 on the changing atmosphere, it advanced public debate when more than 340 participants from 46 countries all recommended developing a comprehensive global framework convention to protect the atmosphere.
Abhijit, tell me one thing.
What?
Do you take Brahmi regularly?
Brahmi? All of a sudden? But why?
I'm told that if you take Brahmi leaves regularly in the morning, then your memory improves fantastically. I was wondering, 46 countries, 340 participants. You must be hooked to Brahmi, huh?
Good joke, sir. Well, now back to our discussion. Following a proposal by the country called Malta, the United Nations General Assembly addressed climate change for the first time by adopting Resolution 43 by 53.
Abhijit, now I must address my physical pressures.
Oh, please.
Shall be back from the washroom in a couple of minutes. Please excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Now it feels so light. When are they going to serve meal, buddy? I'm really hungry.
Soon, I believe.
Till then, let me listen to some more information on climate change. What do you say?
Oh, sure. Why not? Well, I told you about the IPCC, right?
Right?
Another important thing is the United Nations Framework on Climate Change, or UNFCCC. This was mooted in 1991. But after all required signatures by participating countries, it came into force in 1994.
Signatures seem to be very important, I think.
There are so many countries, and all of them have their own peculiar interests. But you have to bring them on the same platform to start something global.
So, all signed the documents?
Well, the framework came into force after 50 countries signed it.
Okay.
The Conference of the Parties to the Convention became the Convention's ultimate authority. They are called COP, or COP in short. The parties held its first session called COP1. It was in Berlin early in the year 1995.
Okay.
There was already a document of commitment from industrialized countries. The parties to the convention agreed that the commitment was inadequate and launched the Berlin Mandate talks on additional commitments.
So, COP meeting is continuing still, huh?
Of course. But I must tell you about COP3.
COP3?
Yes, this was held in Kyoto in Japan. COP3 adopted the Kyoto Protocol in December. The Kyoto Protocol sets individual, legally binding targets for industrialized countries prepared to take positive steps to curb emissions of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases from sources within their control.
Abhijit, this COP is just a single body.
Well, single, yes, but there are subsidiary bodies to assist it in the job.
Okay.
The convention establishes two permanent subsidiary bodies, namely the subsidiary body for scientific and technological advice and the subsidiary body for implementation.
I see.
These bodies hold their own meetings regularly.
I think there is some business opportunity here. Abhijit, who is the head, by the way?
Neeraj, I believe that you have to address the executive secretary. The secretariat is institutionally linked to the United Nations and administered under United Nations. Its head, as I was saying, is the executive secretary. He or she is appointed by the Secretary General of the United Nations in consultation with the COP.
I got it.
What about you, sir?
Non-veg for me.
Here is your meal, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, veg or non-veg?
Oh, I will have a veg, please.
Okay, here is your meal.
Thank you so much.
At last, food for the stomach.
Yes, I was really hungry.
Me too.
And I like these cutlets a lot.
Really? Let me try.
Yeah, please do. Neeraj, it might sound a little funny to you, but one subsidiary body established by the COP, it was called COW.
Cow?
Yes.
Well, I can take it. Getting used to all types of surprises.
I'm not joking. It's completely true. The COP made delegate work to a committee of whole, or the COW in short. It is open to all delegations and has its own chair to conduct negotiations, and report back to the COP.
But Abhijit, whatever meetings you might hold, you need to address one particular issue.
What is that?
That is technology.
Oh, yes.
You need to have good new technology if want to reduce the emissions of harmful gases.
I agree. In fact, the COP has established an expert group on technology transfer. It was launched by the Marrakesh Accords at COP7 in 2001. Its task is to provide scientific and technical advice for transfer of environmentally friendly technologies under the convention.
Okay.
The group comprises 20 experts, taking representatives from all regional groups.
Marrakesh. Sounds nice, huh?
Yes, through that accord, another very important group was established. It is called the Least Developed Countries Expert Group, or LEG in short.
Oh.
The LEG advises least developed countries on preparing and implementing national adaptation programs.
I see.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Please?
Sorry to disturb you.
No, not at all.
I am Gerald Johnson.
Hi, Geralt.
Thank you. I'm nice. I was listening to your discussion with interest.
Oh, really?
It's really interesting. In fact, I worked for some time at the Bureau of COP.
Oh, great.
Yes.
The world is so small, Abhijit.
Gerald, we can now have a discussion together. We must.
I would have been very happy to join you, but you can't have the much space in this economy class, isn't
That's
it?
true.
Yeah. But Gerald, please tell me, sir. Did I say anything wrong?
Oh, no. On the contrary, you are right on spot.
Thank you.
You have given a very clear picture of the whole process.
So Mr. Gerald, you mean to say that I'm in a good company, huh?
No doubt about that. Only wish that Mr. Abhijit had informed you about some conventions that are effective now.
You mean to say the ones like Convention on Biological Diversity?
Right. Or say the United Nations Convention to combat desertification.
Oh, yes.
You mean to say that all these are linked to tackling of climate change, huh?
Of course. All these are part of the cumulative process to save our planet.
Gerald, I wish I could hear more from you.
But you still have a food left on your plate.
Oh, yes.
And before the hostess asks me to move, I must be back to my seat. Huh?
Okay.
Let me hurry. I shall be listening your discussion.
Sure, do that, Gerald. Nice meeting you. Nice fellow, huh?
Yeah, sure he is. Well, what were we talking about before this? Oh, yes. The Convention on Biological Diversity and the UN Convention for Combating Desertification. They are both very important.
I see.
Along with that, another convention that is very important is the Convention on Wetlands. It was adopted at Ramsar in Iran in 1971.
Okay.
All these have been actively involved in the UNFCCC process.
Excellent food, huh? And thank you, Abhijit. Excellent information as well.
Oh, no problem.
But buddy, now I want to have a short nap and prepare for landing.
You know what? I was going to say the same thing. Please do. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 33,000 feet at a speed of 400 miles per hour. The weather looks good, and with the tailwind on our side, we are expecting to land in Doha approximately 15 minutes ahead of schedule. Thank you for flying with us. Good day.
Whispers of the Wind. You are listening to the 30th episode of this science serial, produced by All India Radio in collaboration with Vigyan-Prasar, titled Tackling Climate Change Impact. This episode was written by Dr. Manas Pratim Das. Coordinators were Dr. Nakul Parashar and Dr. Birendra Kumar Tyagi. This episode was directed by Sudarshan Kumar, presented by Dilip Jha and assisted by Arvind Sharma. Participants were Nikhil Diwan, Mamta Malkani, Rakshit Thaplayal, Pranchu and Sudarshan Kumar. Hey listeners, please stay with us. Here are two questions for you. The lucky winners will get attractive prizes from Vigyan-Prasar. The first question is, what is NOAA? And the second question is, the Arab region was the birthplace of which civilization? You can send your answers by simple post. Our address is Science Serial, Whispers of the Wind, Director Vigyan-Prasar, A50 Institutional Area, Sector 62, Noida 201309. You can also write on our email ID radio@vigyanprasar.gov.in. Please do write or mail us your full name, age and profession. If associated with Science Club, do let us know the membership of your club. If you have any query or question, do not hesitate to write to us. We will be back again with the next episode of this science serial, Whispers of the Wind, same day, same time next week. Till then, goodbye.